It's getting a little chilly out here. Dr. Burchett with, this is the final video of my little video series on asking you how you live well on vacation and in the summer. So here's a topic we ran into. What do you do when the people you're with, whether that's family or friends, don't exactly eat the same way you do, or they don't, let's just say they do it differently. So in San Diego, my sister's there, and when they're on vacation with their kids, they kind of get to eat whatever they want. It's a vacation from eating well, so there's a lot of sugar, and there's a lot of chips, and a lot of pizza. And then there's Grandpa, and I'm not going to name any names, sister, Grandpa. But Grandpa, I swear, Grandpa is like sticking sugar in that kid's, my daughter's mouth every time I turn around. I'm like, Dad, come on. So the first day, I kind of let it go. You know, I let it happen. And what happened? My daughter's 5, and she hasn't melted down in years. She totally melted down the first day because we had a long day. We're having a lot of fun. We're in a different place. Da 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 da. But I know a huge part of it was that she got overloaded on sugar, and she had the sugar high. And then when the sugar went out of her system, you know, she just crashed and felt miserable, and then melted down. That happened 2 nights in a row. And finally, I figured out part of it, and I said, you know, I'm sorry, but we cannot do as much sugar. I just can't. My sister was great. I put out the limit, and I said, I respect what you're doing with your children. You're a great mother. Have at it. This is your vacation, but we need to do it differently because we don't eat chips and pizza and sugar every day. It's not a part of our routine. And so this isn't making it as fun, you know, to have a meltdown every night lasting an hour of tears. That's not fun for anybody. My sister was great. She respected that. It was hard. So there were times when, you know, for lunch, her kids were getting chips and I forget some kind of a treat. There was some kind of a dessert for lunch. And I said, you know, Ellie, I'm sorry, but, you know, we're not doing that right now. We're going to have one treat per day, you know, whether that's a little bit of ice cream after dinner or whatever, but we're not having with every meal sugar. And she didn't understand. It was hard. It was hard for her to see her cousins doing that and to ask me, why are we doing it? But I had to stand firm. And because of that, she did better. I think she had a better vacation, you know? So setting a little limits and kind of having a conversation about it, I think is important, but that's a challenge. What do you do when the people that you're with, you know, don't eat the same way? I mean, yeah, so it ended up going well. One thing that I would throw in too, you can always blame your co-parent. So one advantage of having 2 different households for a child is that, you know, mommy is really strict on sugar. Yeah, I'm sorry. She wouldn't approve. Now the reality is we're on the same page in a unified front, but it's nice to be able to basically blame your co-parent if things get a little bit dicey. Not in front of my daughter, of course. That would not be appropriate. So that's what I think. So tell me, how do you negotiate with that stuff? How do you guys do that when, you know, you're on vacation or you're in a situation where you do things differently and you want to stick to a healthy lifestyle? How can you do that in a social way? Post it here. I hope you've enjoyed the little quickie series and you have enjoy your summers, and you do your best to continue to live in a healthy way during those vacations.